writes this shit.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't want to read shit I wrote late at night.
Feed him.
Shout out Human Centipede.
Hey, I just heard the tick, 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 tick.
Right.
I think
In living color.
The citizens of Vendor Chronicles might be in store for a hell of an episode.
It may go anyway. Who knows? Who knows?
The citizens of Vendor Chronicles.
I'm feeling a little loose and a little wild.
Welcome.
I'm right in the middle of a 3-weekend long road trip
to the bowels
of Huntsville, Alabama. In our secret underground lair.
Hell yeah.
In that light, you look like you got a gold tooth, bro.
Me?
Yep.
I think they just yellow. I just got yellow.
It's the way the lights catch you when I'm just a little twinkle. Like I just,
or they just shiny.
Just shiny, that's what it is. You polish them good.
Reflected the light.
I heard sometimes models put Vaseline on their teeth so they'll be shinier.
Really?
It's fucking gross, man.
Can
you imagine you got a mouthful of Vaseline?
They put the petroleum jelly.
That's what I've heard. I don't know.
It got many uses.
Many uses?
Hey.
I've always felt like it was a little thick.
I don't know what when you got the KY, you bust out the petroleum.
It's a little too messy for my taste.
The KY or the petroleum?
Either one, really. You know, kind of gets all, you know. I'm an Astroglide man is all I'm saying. You know.
He said it's just juices and berries.
It needs to
I
be
just want juices and berries.
I use only water-based
That ain't
lubricants.
nothing but the Ultra Perm.
No glycerin-based lubricants for me. Certainly no petroleum jelly.
No petroleum.
I am far beyond
jelly.
that.
Yeah.
How gauche.
Water-based.
Only water-based.
H2O-based lubricants.
Sustainably sourced.
Mm-hmm.
I use sustainably sourced lubricant.
Damn.
I got you sustainably.
Cinco de Mayo, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If I was Mexican,
I
that
don't know
means
what the
something
fuck it means, but
it means go drink. Basically.
Yeah, they getting fucked up today.
That's drinking day.
Everybody getting fucked up today.
Yeah. Cinco de Mayo day, I guess.
We want to kick the motherfuckers out of America, but we celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
I mean, any excuse. Look, tequila. It's hard to, you know.
Tequila put my dick in the dirt.
You ever had a Dos Equis?
I don't mind a Dos Equis.
That's good beer.
I don't mind a Dos Equis.
It's good beer.
Yeah. Dos Equis, Modelo. I like Modelo's, but a Dos Equis would be a close second.
Okay.
If I had to order a beer.
I'd be the reverse, but yeah. I can drink a Modelo. No problem.
Yeah.
That Modelo Dark is good.
Oh, them motherfuckers head busters, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
The Negros. I think that's what they call them.
Do they?
The regular
Probably.
Modelo is
in
like
Spanish,
the
it would be
Especial,
Negro. Yeah.
and then the dark ones are the Negros.
Okay.
No, I don't fuck with the Negros.
Oh.
I want the Especials.
I don't know how that sounded.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with them head busters.
I like the Negros myself.
I ain't fucking with them.
I hang out with the Negros as often as I can.
I need some Negro friends, but
I put a Negro to my lips and slurp on it.
Them Dos Equis, no Modelo Negros.
I'll drink a Negro with a straw.
I had this dude I used to work with. He's called me Chocolate.
This is fucked up.
They call me Chocolatao.
You know, we've talked about it a couple times. Shout out Ralphie May.
Chocolatao.
You know, Ralphie May as a
Shout
comedian
out Ralphie May.
did a special on Netflix where he used the N-word like 20 times with a hard R.
He wasn't saying Negro.
He was not saying Negro. No, he wasn't even pretending like it was something else. He was straight saying the N-word, hard R, like 20 times. And it was so funny, he just got away with it.
I almost turned it to an N-word the other day.
What?
Look, Shane, I almost turned it to an N-word. I ain't lying. Let's get this show on the road, Shane. Or you want to know the story?
I just have one question.
What almost converted me?
I just have one question.
I was almost converted.
Turned into?
Look, Shane. Oh, man.
Coming to you now from that 86 Kids studio.
I'm the darkest white man you know. Keep going, Shane.
In the bowels of Huntsville, Alabama.
Look, I'm trying not to be a character.
Here with my co-host, Q the Messenger.
Hey.
Our illustrious producer, Kevin the Boss Man Richardson.
Hey.
They call me Shane the Brain, and this is a special edition of Vendor Chronicles.
Shit, Shane.
They're all special. Let's go.
Let's go, Shane. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We've both been around the block or two a couple times in the last few weeks. I bet we got some shit to talk about.
I got plenty of shit to talk about all the time, Shane.
So,
oh my goodness.
well, listen, you've already laid. It's like you put an egg on the skillet. Now you got to do something with it. It's just gonna sit there and burn up. What are we talking about here?
I almost was converted to an N-word.
Okay.
That's what we talking about.
I mean, honestly speaking, man, you've been borderline for a long time. But anyways, all right.
Q the Messenger is damn near borderline of N-word. But
Cue the messengers all the way across the line, man. That's all I'm saying.
Q himself, the Quintellus is not.
Less so.
Quintellus is
Less so. Quintellus.
Quintellus is the
Quintellus is a fine, upstanding
correct
member of society.
Member of society.
Q is a little marginal.
A little marginal.
And
Q the Messenger, that
messenger,
motherfucker go.
He stepped across the line.
Yeah, he always across the line. Yeah. But I'm only Q
Cat
the
Williams
Messenger
talks about
here. In deep in the bowels of Huntsville, I can bring out that alter ego.
Correct.
I'm saying that motherfucker almost came out in public.
No, you can't let that. No, he got to stay.
He almost slipped.
That's why we got this space, man.
So let me tell the story.
All right, here we go.
I pull up to an O'Reilly's.
Shout out O'Reilly's.
Shout out O'Reilly's. They get a lot of my fucking money.
They get a lot. Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're a DIYer,
Correct.
you spending money
Correct.
at O'Reilly's. So I pull up. I'm sitting in the car. My passenger hops out. They go in O'Reilly's because I'm dropping them off because their car broke down. They need to go pick up parts. I'm sitting there. 5 minutes go by. Outside this O'Reilly's, like the whole front of the store is handicapped parking for some reason.
That shit pisses me off.
I'm parked across the main
And it's
store.
always empty.
Oh, yeah, they emptied in the motherfucker.
Or some person.
Like, you'll be damn near tempted to park in one because you like, ain't that many handicapped people coming to O'Reilly's.
Or some
at the
person
same
that
time.
jumps out the car and they walk in just like me or you does.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are like, oh, I could have some kind of hidden disease. Okay, maybe you do, but if you are physically able to walk your ass in like I am, then you should be walking your way. You shouldn't get that should be like you in a wheelchair. Mm-hmm. You missing a leg, you're on crutches. Okay, sir, please park in the front.
Nah, most of these motherfuckers mentally handicapped.
You got damn depression?
Not physically.
You need to park in front of me because of depression?
Correct.
Or whatever it is?
Correct.
Or because you in your grandmama car? Or who? No, man, that shit pisses me off. I'm going to tell you another one, too, and I'll let you finish your story.
Grandma's damn Buick Regal.
I can somehow handle the handicap parking space because even though there's a lot of abuse, some people really do need it. So you know what? Okay. Mm-hmm. Pregnant moms after a certain time should be allowed to park in those too, by the way. But you know what? The one I have no respect for and will not tolerate? The fucking curbside service parking spaces.
What you mean?
You know what I'm talking about? You pull up to a grocery store or something now and they say this space reserved for curbside service.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch, this place is reserved for me. I'm pulling right in there without any hesitation. If it's in the front, if it's closer than the other ones, I'm not even going to wait. I'm pulling right on in there with my big-ass black van. And I was walking into Publix about 2 weeks ago. I had Madeline with me, and I pulled right up into it. It was the closest one. I'm not intentionally doing it, but if it's there, I'm not going to act like it's any kind of special space.
Oh.
I'm walking up to the thing. I got Madeline, and this crazy look-like cashier woman is walking out. She says, hey, you can't park there. I said, but I did. She says, but you can't. I said, but I already did. It's there. Look, see the car? It's parked right there. It's stopped.
So
here's
I
the
can,
keys.
yeah.
So you say I can't, but I've already demonstrated that I've done that because I knew she was a low intelligence person, and I wanted to confuse her and fuck with her. Mm-hmm. And she says, "Yeah, but it's not allowed." And I said, "What are you going to do? Am I supposed to leave? Does Publix not want my business now because I parked in that spot right there?" Sir, have a good day.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Choose your fucking battles.
Choose your battles. Yeah.
Choose your battles. Who
But
gives
you
a
know
fuck
what?
if you park there.
If I came my happy ass down to
And you
your
was
store,
leaving. You was leaving, weren't you?
No, I was going in.
Oh, you was going in.
I was
Okay.
fixing to go buy
I was about to
some
say,
stuff.
even if you leaving,
Fixing to spend some money, yeah.
All right.
But you know what? I came all the way down to your store that you not only invited but advertised and spent money trying to get people to come to.
It's not her store. I think Publix is employee owned though.
Yeah, but I'm
Publix
saying
is an
not
employee-owned
her in
company.
general. I'm saying as a company, Publix, you invited me and asked me and begged me to come down to your store and buy some shit, and I do that on a regular basis.
They didn't beg you.
And now you gonna shit? They spend money to try and get you to come.
They persuaded you.
They spend
They
money.
spend money to persuade you. And they ain't begging you.
Maybe. Whatever it is.
No, that's my perspective.
Don't act like the people that just ordered online and don't even have the whatever to get out of the car are more important than I am.
Mm.
And you know what? Okay, you got curbside service, so the customer is not being...
So this the spot where you come, like if you already ordered and they just bring them out to your
Correct.
car. Okay. Okay.
So why does that need to be a priority spot? Because the customer is sitting in their car, right? So all you're doing is saying that the person who works at Publix is too damn lazy to walk to the middle or the back of the row, so that your customers that have driven their happy ass down to your store can have those better parking spaces. No, fuck that. Skirt. I put right. You know what? I'm gonna start parking in them sideways, so I take up 2 of them. That van is big.
And you can't tow that fucking van. You could call a wrecker out, but that motherfucker will be like, I'm not putting that on the back of my truck.
I don't think they could tow you for parking in the...
I'm saying even if they could, though.
Even if they could.
Yeah,
I guess they can have you
like,
towed for anything. It's private property.
That's a fucking hassle to tow that big ass van, though.
Yeah, they're not
It ain't
to tow
like
that
snatching a little damn...
Nope.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about it. Now, I don't park in the handicap parking space. I don't, even on days when I feel sick.
And by the time the tow truck, the wrecker get there, you coming out, you anyway.
Correct.
I'm long gone.
Yeah, but I still don't park in a handicap spot. I just don't do it. But I will park in that.
You just want to be a rebel, Shay.
No. You're
just rebellious. Rules are rules.
I refuse to comply.
Yeah, I see I'm rubbing off on you.
Unless it is in my benefit to comply.
I'm rubbing off on you, Shay.
And I can bullshit my way out of it.
Just admit it.
All right. I'll admit it. Sure. But I'm still not going to be a dick to a cop.
I'm rubbing off on you, Shay.
But the store employees.
Low key, I am very respectful to cops.
I know you are.
I am.
The Q is.
The messenger is
an
very
asshole.
Respectful to cops.
Sometimes.
Until they trying to trample my rights. Now we got a different problem.
Right. But it's a way to do that is all I'm saying.
I don't know, Shay.
That's a
we go down another rabbit hole with that.
That's a dead horse.
We talk about like kids and kids wearing helmets. Let's take that for instance. They try to jam me up for my kid not wearing a helmet. How free are you if I can't allow my kid to ride a bike without a helmet?
True.
How free are we? Story. Oh, when I almost had my N-word moment.
Full circle.
When I was
went off on a hell of a tangent. Thank you, Mr. Producer.
He want to hear the story. That's why. When I almost became an N-word.
Something made you almost act out your character.
Oh, it almost brought it back because he's still in there. I haven't always been Q or Quintelis.
Right.
I grew up in the hood.
Right.
So the motherfucker there.
He is definitely
he is
for
there.
sure.
He's there. So.
Yeah. We learned to control those things, but.
Fucking. I'm at O'Reilly's. I'm sitting there. My passenger, they walk in to get whatever they need to fix their vehicle. I'm just sitting there waiting. 5 minutes go by. Lady pulls up in like a damn, like a Hyundai Sonata.
Okay.
Pulls up. She realized that pulls up ready to park. She realized that all those damn parking spots are handicapped. So guess what? She backs that motherfucker in beside me. We're across from the front of the store. We're in the spots behind the front of the store. So you got the store, the front parking spots, all those are handicapped.
Okay.
Then the next row over. So I can see the front of the store from where I'm parked because I'm backed in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So she pulls up back in on my passenger side.
Okay.
Because I'm already backed in facing this way.
Okay.
She backs in passenger side door, her driver door.
Gotcha.
This heifer gets out. Opens her car door all the way.
Damn.
Hits my car. Looks at me. Make eye contact. So she know I'm in the car. Makes eye contact and keeps walking. I hop out my fucking car so quick. I said, "You not gonna say sorry or my bad?" She said, "It didn't do nothing."
Wow.
I said, you hit my vehicle. The courteous, polite thing to do is to say, "I'm sorry" or "my bad." Something along those lines. Acknowledge that you did damage to me.
And
Whether
let's look at it
something
together
or not.
and
Correct.
make sure it didn't mess up your car. That's the right thing to do.
Almost came out my fucking skin, Shane. That shit made me so hot. But I went around, looked at my car, got back in my car, took a cup deep, did my breathing exercises.
Right.
Took some deep breaths, and then I just laughed at it. Because I was like, she damn near got me out of character. That's funny. And now it's a cool story.
Dang, bitch.
So that's the story. I damn near became an N-word.
That's some woman shit.
I almost fucking snapped. Like,
if that had been a man, they'd have got punched in the face.
I had to take it. A man would acknowledge it, though, I think. A man would have took accountability.
Because he knows he might get punched in the face.
My bad, bro.
Correct. Because he knows he might get punched in the face.
And that's cool. Even if it left a little scratch, it still wouldn't have been no big deal. Just acknowledge that you hit my fucking car. We ain't finna call the police and insurance.
Correct.
But at least acknowledge that you damaged me. Like if I step on your shoe, I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
Correct. But why?
I'm not just gonna say, oh, it didn't. I'm gonna look at your shoe and be like, oh, it didn't do nothing.
It didn't do nothing, and turn and walk. But why?
And turn around and walk away.
Why is that? At the very base level, because you know you might get punched in the mouth.
You might get punched in your fucking mouth.
You might get punched the fuck out. A woman has never had to deal with that, and so now when we go into this, equal rights,
equal lefts.
It's like, okay, but
shit,
you don't have the same experience as we do.
Equal rights,
because if you want
to
be the same as a man, then that means you might get punched in the face. Are you prepared for that? Of course not.
No.
Of course not. That's the difference between men and women psychologically. A woman has no fear of being punched in the face by another man.
Because a guy ain't finna punch her in the face.
And so she feels justified or at least safe in being what among men would be extremely disrespectful. That was very disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
That was very disrespectful. That was if you told me that same story, but this was a dude, and he looked at your car and said, we didn't do nothing, and walked off, and you came up behind him and sucker punched him in the back of the head.
And it didn't do nothing.
And dropped him down. Like I would be like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean,
I would have been justified.
You would have been justified. Maybe if not legally, certainly within the man code.
Oh,
you
yeah,
are justified.
definitely.
That was a deliberate disrespect. But if you did that to a woman, it wouldn't be considered okay, and a woman knows that, and so she feels justified in being blatantly disrespectful because
blatant disrespect and walked away.
The only recourse you have about something like that is to punch him in the face. Yeah.
I said, no,
that's the problem that we got with this whole equal rights thing that there are no equal lefts.
I said, no, this bitch didn't just do this.
Did you key your car though?
No, I didn't. I didn't retaliate. I didn't do.
You know what?
I thought about it though. I really did contemplate it, but I laughed at it. It's just like, okay, this is a funny story to tell. She damn near got me out of character. Like for real. Like I haven't been that irritated, I guess, with someone. I wasn't angry. It was kind of just irritated. It didn't get to that part of anger, because part of anger, it would have been, I would have been smacking her upside her damn head. It was irritation.
I got a trick for that, man. I'm gonna teach you a trick for that. When it's at the point where you're fixing to boil, here's a remedy that you can do and still be legally, you're not gonna be. Here's what you do: you get a tiny, tiny rock. I'm talking about a tiny rock. And you put that bitch in the valve cover cap of one of her tires. And you screw it down until you hear it start to and then you just walk the fuck away.
We need to come up
Once you hear it go,
title for that.
You give it another quarter of a twist.
Huntsville.
And you walk the fuck away. And by the time they get back, their car is, or even better.
She would have got home, probably.
Even better is she's running in for a pack of cigarettes real quick, and she comes back out. And then she gets to Walmart or home or what, it's never going to know. How's anybody going to know?
Mm-hmm.
And either way, you didn't stab her tire, whatever.
No.
And all you've done really is cause her a great inconvenience, which is, quite frankly, a pretty easy punishment for that blatant disrespect.
It would have been definitely been justified.
You'd have been 100% justified.
But I didn't touch her shit. I laughed.
You're a better man than me.
I did my breathing exercises.
Okay.
I practiced my breathing exercises.
I'm going to teach me some of those breathing exercises, man, because I would have flattened that bitch's tire.
And I did about 3-4 of those, and I was I don't know what you call it, zen. The motherfucker kind of just brought me back to.
I'm proud of you, man.
My natural state.
Yeah. Well done, sir. I don't know if I would have had the patience.
My inward state. I almost became an inward. I was like, oh, I need to get out of this city. I can see how. When they say like how people are influenced by their environments and how you become product of your environment, I can see how when, say, you operate around people like that all day long, you will eventually become that.
True.
Disrespectful, rude, fucking ghetto, ratchet. If this is all I'm doing all day, every day, and this is what I see, this is what I will become. I will become that.
And if there's never a social consequence for that type of behavior, then you feel justified in doing that.
Correct.
But this whole intermingling of men and women and saying that we're all the same and we all have the same kind of rights and everything, okay, that has not accounted for that hasn't accounted for equality both ways. So among men, we have a system of settling our grievances.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's some loose rules about it, and there's things you do, and there's things you don't do. Among women, they got their ways too. They're very different than our ways, but they got their ways.
Correct.
They got their ways, and there's certain things you don't do and certain things you do, and, you know, whatever it is, they got their own codes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women towards men don't understand that the things that they do are an ass whooping. They don't understand that the world of men, that's the consequence
Correct.
of that action.
If it was a man-to-man
is
situation,
an ass whooping. If it's a man-to-man situation,
correct.
But as a woman, you have the ability to lay out that type of disrespect, and the man really has no recourse. It's an unbalanced system.
Not with being the bad, without being the bad guy.
Without being a really bad
Regardless
guy.
of what she done, you gonna be the bad guy in this situation.
The only way it's okay to hit a woman is if she hits you first.
And you still gonna be the bad guy.
You're still gonna be the bad guy, but fuck that, equal rights, equal
Correct.
left.
But you still gonna be the bad guy in that situation.
But there's no in the man code, we're gonna look at each other and be like, okay, I saw the video. She fucking dug her nails into you, motherfucker. You had to do what you had to do. We're gonna look at each other like we are. But if you would have beat that woman's ass for what she did to you, I'm not gonna let you get. I'm gonna be like, no, man. You know, I get it, but that ain't okay, right? We're not gonna let each other get away with that.
Correct.
So, what is the recourse that we can use?
Keying that bitch car. Putting that rock in her damn.
Putting the rock in her tire. If you key her car now, you've caused her real damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's okay to cause her real damage over disrespect. Maybe damage to their physical person if it was a man, but it ain't okay to key their car.
I laughed it off.
But flatten their tire where all they got to do is pump it back up.
Those breathing exercises work, y'all. Citizens of Vendor Chronicles. Fucking couple deep breaths. When you feel that anxiety rising up. You good to go. That shit mellow you right out.
You know, I found when I take a particularly deep breath, I often get mellowed out too.
Yeah. I wonder why. But yeah.
Yeah.
She almost got me out of character, man.
Well done, sir.
Don't let nobody get you out your character.
Nope. Don't let them get you out your character.
Don't let nobody get you out your character.
It just so happens that flattening tires is part of my character.
Something simple as that could have fucked up my day.
True.
I could let something that simple.
Oh,
really
you definitely
fuck up
can't
my
carry
day.
that with you.
Yeah.
You can't carry that with you.
I had to just laugh at it.
That's when you go home and kick the dog and, yell at your wife or whatever, and that's not
correct.
Cool. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah. Damn heifer.
Man, I was back in Nashville, Tennessee this weekend at Centennial Park.
Tell me about it.
It was a good trip, man. We had the
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I rolled into town. I left out probably 5 a.m., maybe between 5 and 5:30, something like that.
Friday morning,
yep. Drove up there, set my booth up and everything. They want your booth ready by 9:15.
You got cruise control in that van?
I do.
You use it?
I have to because I don't got a speedometer.
Okay.
I pull up GPS and find 72. That's my number. I like 72.
That bad boy cruise at 72.
Cruise at 72, good. Yeah. You got to pull it out of overdrive if you're coming onto a steep hill. Mm-hmm. It'll drop itself down, but I generally like to do it before it goes under load. But yeah, at 72 when it comes out of overdrive, it's still smooth, and that's my number. So I set put the GPS on, find where 72 is, and set the cruise control, and then I can always just recall it to that. Mm-hmm. So
you hit the brake and then just hit.
Yeah.
Resume
or whatever it is.
Yeah, you go right back to that 72.
And so if I got to get through, that's how I end up doing it. And you can always look at the GPS and find out what it is, anyways. But drove up there, got my booth and everything set up. Had a good day in sales, and that's the one where they let you park and sleep in your vehicle overnight. You got permission to do it, which is always nice. There's a cop out there keeping watch on everything.
And that space is big as hell too.
It is. Yeah.
Do people stay set up throughout or do y'all break down every night?
Oh no, you stay set up.
You stay set up. Okay.
Yeah. And there are obvious people sleeping in campers and RVs and stuff out there. I mean, it's very obvious that there's a bunch of people out there staying overnight.
Somebody see if you up to some bullshit or something. If you see somebody like raiding tents or whatever.
I don't think there's going to be
a cat burglar ain't gonna get away.
Saturday night it got a little bit hairy. It was I guess prom night.
So a lot of kids and
a bunch of young people having fun on prom night. These are when you're at that age, you're doing what you're doing, and it was wild. It was wild. I was parked in a space where Had I been trying to get out, I'd have been really frustrated because there was no getting out. You know, it was back to back, and it was, you know, it's the performance. You know, there's a dude in a mid-engine Corvette keeping it almost at the rev limiter the whole time. You know, the guy behind him's got, you know, something with a lot of bass. Boom, 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 boom. You know, whatever. I mean, it's kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I was talking to Jessica on the phone. I was already in the back of my van, hunkered down for the night. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to, you know. And this bedlam is going on around me, you know, and I'm obviously hearing it. I got the windows of the van open with a fan on, you know. It's very, you know, and I'm frustrated because I can't hardly hear, having a hard time talking to her on the phone because it's so loud. And I had to stop for a minute. There you go. Maybe I did me some breathing exercise or whatever. But, and I actually laughed about it and said to her, I said, you know, but of course the real problem is that they're inconveniencing me. They're acting like normal teenagers and doing what teenagers do on a prom night in a public space, probably with permission and in a place where, you know, it's not like they're in a neighborhood raising hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at this moment, it's inconveniencing me, and so therefore I'm pissed off about it and saying these damn kids, you know? But the real fact, you know, yeah, take your deep breaths.
Take your deep breath and laugh.
Realize what the true situation is.
Correct.
But in my situation, nobody was disrespecting me.
Yeah.
These were just some kids having a good time. They were probably unaware of my presence completely. You know, I was, you know, I didn't mean anything. They certainly didn't disrupt my business for the day. You know what I'm saying? Did absolutely nothing to me. But, you know, it was loud. And I couldn't talk on the phone as good as I wanted to. And I should be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do because I got white privilege, motherfucker. And they wouldn't give it to me.
They wouldn't give it to you, sure.
Shit. You know, these kids didn't know I was there. You know, on prom night, come on, man. This is some 50-year-old guy. Yeah.
Sound like they had a good time, though.
Sound like they had a good time. Yep. Fun seemed like it was had by all. There's people out there late. I think maybe, you know, I didn't ask around or whatever, but I think maybe there's a tradition to come and have your prom pictures taken, you know, at the columns of the Parthenon
It's a
or
beautiful
whatever.
building.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I could see
that whole campus is fucking nice.
Gorgeous. Yeah. It's absolutely fantastic.
It is.
I really like it. Boy, I tell you what, though, man, it seems like it's in a rough area. The campus is nice. And of course, you're right there by the Vanderbilt Stadium.
You're right there by Vanderbilt.
But you're also in a tough neighborhood, man. There's a lot of. All right, so check this out. Saturday night, I'd been feeling sick. I've been having, not sick really, but just allergies coming on. And I needed to go to the pharmacy and get some medicine, you know, some Sudafed, some, you know, just some cold stuff to try to clear up my head, right? Went walking to where I thought this Walgreens was. Couldn't find the Walgreens, apparently, you know, whatever it was. So anyways, then I realized I hadn't gotten coffee to put in my thermos for the next morning. So I walk over to the McDonald's, and as I go to walk in, there's this nasty ragamuffin dreadlock having white dude sitting on the corner or sitting on the curb right there.
White guy with dreads?
Yeah.
Oh,
that always looks nasty, man. It never works out. I saw a white woman with dreads one time that I thought was hot, but probably just because I thought she was hot. But anyways, be that as it may, he's sitting there with his, you know, flea-bitten ass on the curb as I'm passing in. He gives me a great big $1 million smile, and he goes, "Excuse me, sir, could you spare a meal?" And as I start to reach into my pocket, I realize I remembered our conversation from when I was in Nashville last, when I encountered another bum.
Your buggers changed.
All I had was my roll in my pocket.
Oh, you got the main roll in your pocket?
I forgot to segregate.
Yeah.
No, I'm carrying my money with me. I don't leave that shit in my van. But
it's in your pocket,
but I didn't
all
segregate.
in one.
Correct. Yeah.
One wad.
And I'm like, fuck, you told me about that shit, and I still didn't do that shit. So
some buggers cash.
Here's what I did. Right
to
there,
throw
you
them
go.
off your sit like this. All I got.
So I had a bank at that point, probably close to $1,000, maybe. You know?
Leave my ID and credit cards. Have the rest.
So
take this $40.
I told the dude I didn't have anything for it.
Okay.
And I walked inside and I got me a couple of large coffees. And while I did, I went in the bathroom and took care of my roll like I should have. And I pulled out a 20, right? And folded it up real good. I'm like, I'm going to pay my karma tax.
Okay.
You know, I had already tipped the lady a nice $20 bill for my steak the night before. So I'm like, this will really pay my karma tax. And it sure worked out up there because we had a nice show. None of y'all's business how much money I made. I made good money, and that's all you need to know.
You threw the guy 20 when you came out.
So here's what, I threw him a 20, but I had it all folded up, and I kind of put it in his hand, and he all clasped my hand, talking about bless you and whatever, you know.
He don't know what it is yet, though.
Correct. He has no idea. He knows I put a bill in his hand. That's all he knows about.
Okay.
As I came out, I said, hey, man, you know what? As it turns out, I did have something for you. And I slipped it in his palm, and then I just took my coffee and walked away, and I'm walking down the parking lot, going to walk over to my van, which is, you know, a couple hundred yards away. So I got to walk all the way through this parking lot and down the park. I get about half, maybe 3/4 of the length of the McDonald's away from this cat. And by now he's opened up that, you know, he's looked at it and realized I gave him a 20. And he starts hollering stuff at my back. You're a man among men, a prince of a man. You're quite the savior, sir. I appreciate it. The dude he goes on and on. Like I'm walking through the parking lot. I throw my hand up. I never turn around. A prince of a man, I say. Everyone should bow to your graciousness, sir.
Stop
like
it,
in this crazy voice, man. I'm all the way around the back of the McDonald's, never did turn. I'm still hearing him out there. Your praises will be sung in all the land this evening in front of the fires in the barbecue, whatever. It was hilarious, man. I hear that shit halfway down to my van. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, that was worth $20.
That was worth $20.
You know
that praise was worth $20.
You gave me a nice show.
For real, that was worth fucking $20.
That was a lot of fun, man. Yeah. Caught me right out of the blue. I said, what are you talking about?
That's
man?
a good one, Shane. You got to keep that one in your back pocket right there. That's
hilarious.
a good story.
But the moral of the story is separate your role. But here's the thing. If I'd have given him the 20 going in, then it would have been weird inside. You know what I'm saying? Especially if
you would never got that show coming out either, though.
Well, or he might have come inside and gave me the same show, and then it would have been, you know, that it kicked us both out. Fuck, man, go on. You know, as it was, it turned out good. So there you go. And he thought I was going to, you know, stiff him. Yep. I hope he had a good night. He probably bought a crack rock.
Shit. Well,
I mean,
that's his business.
You know what? Here's the way I look at
his
that.
20.
I remember when I was a kid, I was always told, don't ever give money to bums. They're just going to buy liquor with it. They're just going to buy drugs with it.
He asked for a meal at first, though.
He asked for a meal.
He didn't ask for money.
He asked for a meal.
Like, if you would have went in there and got him a number one Big Mac, special sauce, lettuce, cheese.
I bet he'd been happy. He
would have
look
appreciated
hungry.
that. He asked for a meal.
But either way, here's the thing. If he is a drug addict, if he is an alcoholic, if he is a whatever it is, no matter what he's spending that money on, maybe that's what gets him through tonight. And maybe at some point in time when he does realize, holy shit, maybe he'll never realize that. And if he doesn't ever realize that, then, okay, you know, it is what it is. But if he does sometime realize that, maybe he gets help, goes to rehab, his uncle, whenever it is, maybe he remembers that person on the street. Maybe that's an inspiration. Who knows? You know, if it's an anonymous thing, and, you know, you never know how somebody's life might change because of that. And maybe this person's on the edge of becoming a full-fledged street person or not. And maybe they took that $20 and instead of buying a rock, or maybe they bought a $10 rock and a $10 value meal. And tomorrow they felt better or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a million ways that it could. You never know what it might do. But I think to ignore those folks is, I don't know. You give to a charity and, you know, 90% of the money goes to some executive CEO pension plan.
I always ask, where's the money going if they ask. You know, but like, do you want to round up? Like with McDonald's, I always round up.
I always round up at McDonald's.
Because I know that's going to a great cause.
If it's St. Jude's, money goes to St. Jude's.
Yep, if it's going to St. Jude, places like that.
If it's money that goes to the Red Cross. You know,
what the fuck they doing with the
Elizabeth Warren was the head of the Red Cross for a while, and she was making like, I don't want to say how much because I don't remember. That's a shit ton of money.
Correct.
A shit ton of money. And you're like,
working for a nonprofit.
For working for a nonprofit.
How the hell are you making all this money and you working for a nonprofit?
Yeah. But if you give a 10 spot to a bum on the street.
Pretty profitable to me.
Or a $5 bill to a person with a sign that says we'll work for food. And I ain't talking about that sign that you could tell they wrote that out 6 months ago and they've been using the same sign. You can see where they hide it in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, you can look at somebody and say this person's on the hard times. And it's real easy to judge that person, say they brought it on themselves. But I done brought hard times on myself.
Yeah.
Probably not quite that hard, but maybe, 2 decisions away from it. I don't know.
definitely probably 2 paychecks.
I give money to bums.
You'll be surprised how many people a couple paychecks
couple
away from
paychecks
being
away
on the
from
street.
being on
Maybe
the
not
street.
in a position like that, but being on the
Correct.
street.
At
like,
the beginnings of that.
Correct.
Yeah. You never know. You never know. And I don't know. That's the thing I do. And I feel like I'm putting karma into the universe regardless. And I believe in that. You know, if I can add a drop in the bucket, hell, I've taken plenty of drinks out of that bucket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If I can add a drop back to it, maybe it doesn't help me directly, but maybe it helps you. Or maybe it helps the dude in Africa that cuts down the Paduke wood that I use to make my toys. You know, you never know.
You don't.
So I give money to bums.
Fuck it.
When I can.
I don't mind throwing
Now,
a couple dollars.
if I got $10,
some pocket change, whatever.
Yeah, if I got $10 in my pocket, then I'm probably going to be like, no, I can't do it. You know. But I just got done with 2 days of a show where I've got I'm probably carrying $1,000, give or take, in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I did give from my abundance.
You sitting on a sandwich.
Oh yeah.
I learned that this couple weeks ago.
Never heard that.
That's what the kids call it now.
A sandwich.
A sandwich.
1,000 is a sandwich. We always called it a rack.
A sandwich. They got a new term for it.
Sitting on a sandwich.
You know how you fold your wire like a sandwich?
Okay, yeah.
You sit on
I keep my money folded like that.
You sit on a sandwich.
And I keep that kind of money in my front pocket. Like you might pick my wallet, but you ain't getting your hand in my front pocket.
Correct.
I'm gonna know that.
Sitting on a sandwich.
Sitting on a sandwich. Yeah, well, I feel like
you could buy a couple sandwiches, shit.
And I feel like, here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Technically speaking, I was homeless that night. I'm sleeping in my van over here. I don't know where this cat was sleeping. Wherever he was sleeping probably wasn't too far away from there. And maybe late at night he's going to come prowling around. And maybe he'll see my face and be like, you know what, dude, my bad, instead of giving me trouble. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who
like,
knows?
I don't fuck with him, be cool.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. You never know. But I like to think of myself maybe as better than that person, but am I really?
Mm-hmm.
At least in that moment, we were equals. If for no other reason than I've come into his world, it's like, okay, if you go swimming in the ocean, now you're equals with the sharks. But he's used to being here. Mm-hmm. I'm the visitor, you know what I'm saying, with Alabama plates on my van.
Mm.
And big-ass glass windows on the side. It wouldn't take shit to blow those windows out.
Being homeless dude with dreads.
So shout out the homeless dude with dreads, yeah.
Fuck it.
I met some characters this weekend, man.
Yeah, you told me one of them.
Dude, I met this light-skinned black dude. Now, he had gray eyes. And he was married to a white woman who was pregnant. But he did straight up have gray eyes. So, think of that as you will. It was a light-skinned black dude with gray eyes. Mm-hmm. Okay? In my mind, that means he's probably mixed, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But he walked into the booth wearing cowboy boots and jeans, and he took a around. He said, damn, you got some good toys right here. I like these right here. How did you make this? I didn't know what to make of it. I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, I like your woodwork right here. What have you been doing with it? I said, you're going to have to give me a second, man. I'm going to have to process this. He kind of smiled at me. He's like, yeah, I get that from time to time. Folks don't think my voice matches my face necessarily. I said, well, shit, man.
Your voice don't match your face.
I saw the boots and jeans, so I wasn't expecting Snoop Dogg, but damn.
Right.
I didn't know I was getting Uncle Leroy or whatever, you know? Yeah, it was hilarious.
Damn.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe he was trolling me. If so, that's very funny.
I don't think he was trolling.
I don't think so, man. His wife took it in stride.
That was his real voice.
It seemed like that was his real voice, man. I think he grew up in.
Bet a brother that liked country music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, this guy was probably my age or so.
Uh-huh.
He walked in. He said, he just walked into the front of my booth and stood there smiling at me. Well-dressed guy. Nice hat on, First thing I'm noticing is his hat, right? And he goes,
like a Stetson hat?
No, like a fedora.
Cowboy hat? Oh, fedora
yeah,
hat.
Maybe a little bit more of an older, vibe than what I'm trying to give, but a nice hat. It's like a dark olive green, and it had a feather in it. It was a cool little hat, right? But he just kind of walked in and he smiled at me, and he said, I really like old country music. Now, that was his opening. Hell, I went with it. What are you going to do? He didn't say, he just said, I really like country music.
Country music, okay.
Yeah. And, so I started asking him, I'm like, what do you mean by country music? What that stuff they play on the radio right now? And he kind of made a face, and next thing you know, he starts talking about some real, I figured he was going to say, Willie, Merle Haggard, some of the old renegade, old outlaw country, Johnny Cash, whatever, whatever. He starts talking about Conway Twitty and not Red Skelton, man, I don't know, a lot of the old trucker country music. I'm not super familiar with a bunch of those guys. But it was pretty wild. And you know what? Then he starts singing. He had a good voice. Here we are. We're in the booth. Ain't nobody around. I don't have any customers at the time, and you're singing some shit I know. Okay.
Shit, that might draw me in, though.
Lay you down and softly whisper pretty love words in your ears. Lay me down. We sang some Conway together, man. We kind of went through it. He knew some old songs I didn't know. I thought I was going to throw him for a loop. You ever heard of an old trucker song called Convoy? I don't know who sang it. Starts out like people are talking on the radio. It's an old trucker song. Convoy. What is it? On the dark of the moon. It was a dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth hauling logs. What was it? A cab over Peter with a reefer on and a Kenworth hauling hogs or whatever. I don't know. It just had, when I was a kid, that was the shit. It's really silly. Now it sounds really stupid. We're going to ride this convoy. We're trucking on through the night. It's really, it doesn't hold up. But when I was 10 years old, that was some badass shit with that dude with his bass voice and everything. Yeah. So it kind of took me back. And this guy, as soon as I said convoy, he sang the damn song to me. Hell, I joined in. We sang it together right there in the booth. I know the lady next to us thought we were crazy, but I don't care. Had a good time.
Sounds like you had a hell of a weekend.
It was a fun weekend, man. Yeah. I missed my family, of course, but if you can have interesting experiences, makes up for some of the drudgery. And it did this weekend. That show I go to, it's in Centennial Park. It's run by the Tennessee Crafters Association, I think. I think I'm actually a member of that. I'd have to ask Jessica for sure, but it was my first time doing the spring version of this show. And so they assign you what they call a booth buddy. I know that sounds terrible. That's the name they call it. And basically it's okay, if it's your first time, we're going to put you in contact with somebody who's been here before that if you've got questions you can ask about, how things really go. And I went the whole weekend not knowing who that was. Somebody sent us an email like a week beforehand. My wife didn't even tell me about it because she knows I'm not going to give a care. And as I'm packing up on the very last day, we got all of our stuff done, and I'm talking to my next door neighbor, and turns out she was my booth buddy the whole time. Neither one of us knew it. She's like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to go see about somebody, but I don't know what booth they were in." I sent them an email, and they didn't email me back. And I was like, "Well, hell, if that was probably me." I was just laughing, I'm like, that was probably me. My wife would have just, not given me the email. Turns out that's exactly how it went down. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Me and Jessica talking about it. She's like, "Yeah, I saw that email, but I knew you wouldn't care." Yep.
I don't need no booth buddy.
I got to laugh all three. No, I don't need.
We've been doing shows low enough to where.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I've done a show there. I just haven't done the spring version of it.
I know the show.
Correct.
And whatever the ropes.
Correct. I always get high marks when I don't know. I guess they sent around somebody to jury me. We'll see, like they do the fall show. I hope so.
What you mean?
So on the fall
like a
show,
secret shopper type of thing?
I don't know if it's really secret.
Welcoming or like.
Correct.
Greeting the customers, yeah.
Yep. And they, your booth appearance and how you've got things set out, and all those, I guess overall everything, your compliance with the rules. You got enough weight on the, But what happened with the fall show was they gave you a numerical score. And if you reached a certain threshold on that score, then you're automatically invited for the next show. You don't have to go through the jury process. They're like, "Okay, we've seen what you do and we approve," and whatever. And if you get less than that, you can still apply for the show and go through the jury process again, and hopefully you'll get in. You got in once based on that, so probably you can again. But if you get above a certain score, then you're guaranteed an in. And for the fall show, we got above that score, so we're guaranteed a spot.
Already guaranteed
I think we've already paid for it, yeah. Which is nice because...
How long has this event been going on?
55 years.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the 55th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this will be the event you could probably write a playbook for if you wanted to start an event, or they could write the playbook
Yep.
starting the events.
Yep.
Like, okay, we already done been through all the muck and mire.
Yep.
We got this dialed in.
And
this is what works. This is what don't work.
Their game plan seems to be they want high quality vendors.
And they want yes.
And so they have a real strict jury process.
I'm not mad at that.
But once you become, no, me neither. I like that.
Yeah.
But then once you're there as a vendor, they treat you very, very well. They make it easy for you to do a good job, is what they do. And in return, they expect that you follow their rules. You will not close up early. It rained. I'm really sorry. You should have planned for that. You need this and that. We've told you what you need. You didn't have enough weight on your tent. If you have a tent blow away, you're probably not going to come back.
Yeah.
Because you should have had that shit. They want professionals,
Correct.
And when you get a show that's run like that, then it gets the reputation of having good vendors. You know, you're not selling cheap plastic jewelry. If you're selling jewelry, this is good stuff. The lady next to me was selling jewelry, and it was very nice stuff, the kind of stuff I would have bought for my wife if I'd had an extra, you know, whatever. And so that's good for everybody. That's good for everybody. I don't know how much, I don't remember how much the entry fee for the show was, but, you know, just making it a hard process to get in to me is important.
Right.
Yeah, that was my weekend, though, man. Yeah. Slept in the van a couple nights. Came back home, and here we are.
Damn.
Monday, I was working in the shop. I took today off.
You had a hell of a weekend, Shay.
Had a hell of a weekend.
Sound like a damn good weekend.
Made some cash, too.
Yeah, made a little money.
Yeah. All in all.
Sitting on a ham sandwich.
Sitting on a ham sandwich with a little...
not just a sandwich, but a ham. You got meat on that sandwich.
You know,
mother got a sandwich, then you got a sandwich.
There's a little lettuce on there, too.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of that, you know,
got
that
some
crunchy lettuce.
You got some substance to that sandwich.
Yes, sir. I built me a Dagwood, as they say.
Motherfucking Italian sandwich.
Italian. You ever remember that cartoon called Dagwood?
Dagwood. I never heard no Dagwood.
It was in the papers.
No.
Dagwood was like the Sunday comics. Yeah. For years and years and years.
No, never heard of it.
You got to look up some Dagwood, man. But he was famous for making a late night snack, and he'd make a humongous sandwich.
You sitting on a Dagwood sandwich.
I kind of got a Dagwood.
You sitting on a
there you go. Mr. Producer's got
Dagwood.
Yeah. If you use that for a I'm sitting. Yeah, this weekend was good. Got me a little which is nice because. You know, I've lost some money at some shows this year, too. Had a couple of them that, you know, either barely broke even or didn't do well.
Correct.
And so, you know, that's kind of the name of the game.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Yep.
And when you're the windshield, you know, enjoy it.
It feels good.
You might be the bug next time. You got to take that, too. You know, you got to take it as it comes.
The ebb and flow of this type of business we're in.
You know, when I was a teenager, I remember having a philosophical question amongst some teenage friends, and one of them had a book called Life's Little Book of Big Questions. It was a tiny little book, and it had all kind of different philosophical questions in it, and we would go through there and pick a question. And one of the questions posed to the group said something along the lines of, you know, think of your life from here on forward. If you could live your life full of the highest highs, the greatest elation, the, you know, accomplishment, whatever it is, achievements, you know, whatever it is, but in return, you also had to experience the lowest lows, sorrow, and, you know, being broke or whatever it is. You know, you could have the one extreme, but you had to take the other extreme. Or you could live a life that was basically even keeled, successful. You had what you needed and a little bit more, and, you know, you steady a little bit growth or whatever, but it was just an even solid. You never had the greatest accomplishments or the worst experiences. Which would you choose? And I've thought about that my entire life, but I said then, and I still say now, I want the wildlife.
You want the highs of highs and the lows. I want the highs and the lows.
You know what that means to me, anyways. You know, great wealth has never been, you know, a big interest of mine, so I've never really achieved and strive for it. Maybe that's a cop out for saying I'm not smart enough to be rich, but
that's a lot of stupid rich people out there.
I want to know. I want to, you know, if I see the flash of the ghost down the hallway, I'm gonna follow. I'm going. But I got to find out. For better or for worse. If it's a snake in the yard, I'm going to go pick it up.
Oh, no, Shane. I'll probably go with the...
I like the roller coaster.
I'll probably go with the even keel. Steady.
Really?
Yeah.
Mr. Producer says the roller coaster.
You want the exaggerated swings.
I want all of it.
Highs of highs, lows of lows.
I can handle the lows. And the lows make the highs even sweeter. You know, I've had an argument with...
Oh, no.
A family member. She's not listening to this show. It's my sister, my older sister.
Okay.
Shout out Sheila. Never shouted out Sheila before.
Shout out Sheila.
Sheila and I don't see eye to eye. Sheila Shepherd.
Formerly known as Sheila Knox.
Correct.
Or she's a maiden Knox.
Correct. Okay. Formerly known as something else. I forgot her first married name. First guy she married was a shithead. He's dead now.
Okay.
But anyways, I've always called her a prude.
She got her nose up?
And she hates that I called her a prude. She does, but that's because of the religion thing.
Some
but
validity
she's
to
just
her
never
calling her a prude, or you were just really fucking with her?
Oh, no, she's a prude.
She's a prude.
Yeah. She's a prude. Yeah, for sure. You know, she's followed a very strict version of a religion for a long time. And, you know, but the point being that if you live your life a certain way where you surround yourself only with a certain type of people, then you're going to understand a certain part of the world. It's a lot of different kind of people out there, you know, And I like knowing everybody. I like knowing the fact that I can hold my own in the projects. I like knowing the fact I can hold my own at the White House if I needed to.
Mm-hmm.
I can wear a tuxedo and I can wear a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever it takes. And, you know, to me, the ultimate experiences are learning about people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, learn about things, I guess, but, you know, being able to experience different cultures and try to understand how different. And, of course, I've never traveled internationally, so, you know, my world is fairly small, too, compared to most people. But, I don't know. I've been drunk as hell and I've been sober as hell and everything in between.
Mm-hmm.
I've been balling with a couple of ham sandwiches in my pocket, and I've been living out of my car, not for the weekend, but because I didn't have, you know, I had no place to go.
Mm-hmm,
I've been everything in between, and I've been relatively pretty much the same happy all along. You know, it's nice having hot running water and stuff.
You damn
You
sure
know, it's
is.
nice having a home over your head, and, you know, as a homeowner, it's nice having a yard and all, you know, all those things are nice. But when I got to sleep in my van overnight for a show, I'm not unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not how I choose to live on the daily basis. Like, I'm not going climbing in the van at night. Okay, honey, I'm going to go sleep in the van. No, it's not what I would choose to do. But as a means to an end to be able to be successful in the business that I'm in, there could be worse things that I had to sacrifice than sleeping in my van over the weekend. I don't know where I was going with that. I lost it completely. Must not have been very important.
The ebb and flows of life.
Yeah. Just happiness.
Just happiness, and you used to call your sister a prude, and
yeah, man. I guess I'm rambling tonight.
Did you answer the question why you called her a prude though? Just because of
she's a prude,
the circle she ran in, and
yeah, I mean, she's just never, you know, she's never tasted any, she's never tasted any of the flavors, as it were. Mm-hmm. You know, her life has been very vanilla. She's been married twice and laid twice.
You saying she needs some black meat.
Oh no,
like she
that
never
would be
tasted
so far.
the flavors of life. Like,
yeah, no, that's so far outside of the realm of possibility that no, I promise you that. Yeah.
Hey, you never know, Shay. Oh, she might like.
I'm not attracted to.
She might like it.
She would whisper it. I mean, you know, whatever. Nah, she's full of guilt and everything, man. It's like Catholic on steroids. Yeah. Never tasted it.
We say she been married twice and laid twice.
I remember one time in her early 20s, she told me she kissed a boy one time
and she liked it,
that had been drinking.
Okay.
And so she tasted the beer on his breath, and she cried about the fact that she had wanted to live her whole life with never tasting any alcohol, but she tasted it on his breath when she kissed him that night. And so that, you know.
I would have been like, shut the fuck up.
Prude. I think I was on the phone with her and probably drunk at the time. I don't know.
She was like, Jesus turned water to wine, sis. Come on, get over it.
Oh, no, they got a thing about that, too.
Get over it,
They say it was grape juice.
No,
it wasn't fermented wine. I know. That's the stupidest bullshit.
Motherfucker had parties and was getting drunk.
Correct. If you read the wording of it,
it
says they were already drunk.
Yeah,
and then they were served this wine, and they said this was the best wine they'd had. Now, if you were already drunk and somebody gives you grape juice, you're not going to say that's good shit. You're going to be like, ugh. If you're already drunk, you've been drinking wine all night. There's no way. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Shut the hell up.
People believe that shit.
Shut the hell up, sis. Shout out Sheila.
But, you know, here's the thing. She's blissfully happy.
That's good.
So I would never, you know.
When last time you seen her?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Like how long? Seen her. Not talked to her. Seen her.
Well, I see her at festivals every now and then. She quilts. She's getting ready to retire, and she does quilting. So I saw her at Yellow Daisy last year.
Okay, so so you run.
Oh yeah. It's not been too long.
Okay.
Her and her husband came by my house uninvited about a year or so ago.
What, they was in the area?
Yeah.
I was like, hey, bro, I want to see you.
Couldn't call ahead.
I mean, I wouldn't have been mad. You know, my
Here's
sister
the thing.
is she in the area and they came by. Surprise. Okay.
It was a Sunday during the holiday season.
Surprise.
I can't remember if it was this past year or the year before, but it was a Sunday during the holiday season. Jessica and Madeline were at the market manning our booth because we were way low on toys and I'm trying to get some stuff done in my shop, right? And so because of them dropping by, I can either do one of two things. I can refuse them, which I'm not above doing. I can send them away. Or I can entertain them for however long they choose to sit there. And for whatever time I'm with them, that's how much longer that night I'm going to have to stay up because I have to make these toys. if I were okay on toys, I would be at the market. The fact that I'm here, and it was rude. Is what it was. It was rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're coming from out of town.
You took it as rude. Not, I'm trying to surprise my brother. Was she older
Correct.
or younger?
She's 2 years older than me.
I'm trying to surprise my little brother, drop it in.
Yeah,
say
that's
hello.
not okay. This is my work. What if I drop?
No, I'm not picking sides.
No,
I'm
saying I'm just giving you my perspective.
I wouldn't be too upset if my little sister stopped in to see me unexpectedly, and they don't live in town.
I feel you.
Like, oh shit, I'd be happy to see him.
Call me
regardless
first.
of what I'm doing.
Look, man, I love you like a brother.
I can prioritize
if you have
my
an
little sister
opportunity
for an hour or two.
You can call me on the cell phone on your way here. Be like,
I will
hey,
never
listen.
just drop by at your house.
Right. Unless, if you need to, you need to.
But I won't.
Correct. I wouldn't either. I'm not coming to your house, not calling you first.
Yeah, you go,
just
no,
knock
if
on
I'm
the door.
coming, I'm coming. Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I would never just drop by.
I think
but I do like to surprise family members when I come in town.
Really?
Especially being a military. Like, being in the military, I would come home, once or twice a year. It's always fun to just surprise people when they don't expect you.
I feel you. In this case, my work.
You get what I'm saying?
There,
like, I'm gone, deployed, whatever. I get back,
I can see where that'd be
get
fun.
some time off. It's always fun to say, okay.
Those soldier coming home videos are always.
Yeah, let me surprise my grandma.
Yeah.
Let me go surprise my sister. Let me go surprise my brother. And usually they be happy to see me.
Take into consideration.
Now, they probably low key feel like you feel.
Well,
but
the big thing for me, it's not because they came by unannounced so much, is that I'm working. And what you're doing is taking away.
You was in a different mode at that. I'm in work mode.
This is my work. If I came, my shop is not
and we depended
a
on
social place. This is where I make my money. And, if I came by your office at the courtroom where you've worked for the last 25 years and sit and spent 2 hours with you, how would that be for your workload? And that's what you've literally, that's what you've done without any consideration. Hey, were you busy working out there? Because when I came out there, all right, well, here's the thing. First of all, I saw them walk by on the sidewalk in front of my house because my shop's in the garage right there, right? So I saw them walk down the sidewalk to the front door, okay? Exactly, yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. I can't fucking... First, I'm like, who is this, right? And then I realized who it is. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. I'm in my shop. It's warm outside. I'm barefoot, wearing a pair of shorts, nothing else, and some headphones. And I'm rocking. I got the music, I wasn't wearing headphones. I just had it on my speakers. And I got a couple of nice Vegas. Yeah, no shit. So I turn off the saw that I'm working on. I grab a shirt. I go out the back door because I think they're going back to their vehicle, right? I'm going to try and at least be nice, right? So I grab a shirt. I go out the back door, trying to put on the shirt as I go out the back door, and I realize, no, they didn't go to their vehicle. They came to my gate, and they have opened my gate, and they're coming in my back door, coming through my gate, which was closed and not locked but
in the
latched.
backyard.
Yeah, I met them in the back door. They came through my fucking gate. Look, I don't give a damn if you're my sister. Dude, if you come through my gate in the backyard, there needs to be a reason. I'm going to be like, Q, what the fuck, man? All right, well, come on then, shit, have a beer, but whatever, just the whole presumptuousness of the event pissed me off. And then it's obvious that I'm covered in sawdust. I'm putting my shirt on as I'm coming through there. You must have heard the music and or saws as you came by the shop. You knew I was working. 2.5 hours later, they left. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It is what it is. There's no love lost between me and my brother-in-law anyway, so there you go.
Okay. I wonder how they would tell the story.
We dropped in. We were trying to surprise him and be nice, and he just acted like it was a burden. I tell you, I just didn't feel like he when we left, he never said come back any time, and I don't know. It just seemed like he wasn't quite as welcoming as he could have been. It's a Southern. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Now he was okay, but you remember how Uncle Pete used to be. He was kind of that same way. I remember the time we went, and 20 minutes later the story would be out. That's talking to my sister. Yeah. I could do that for 15 more minutes if you really want to be pissed off at the end of it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
You call her on the phone, and that's what you get. First, I'm a good Christian lady, and I would never do all these things that other people do, like gossip and sit around with their little sewing bees. And,
she quilts, right?
I was at this sewing bee the other day, and this Susan, you never heard of Susan, but she's my partner. Susan was telling me about her husband, and he's got his large intestines is bad. He's got a colostomy bag. Bless his heart. And he says the only thing he can really eat is egg salad sandwiches. And so his wife's been giving him egg salad sandwiches. he's been in and out of the doctor's office 7 or 8 times, and I just don't know how well he's going to be. Meanwhile, I never heard of Susan or her husband, never met them in his life, and the whole conversation is predicated by how much you hate gossip. She did that shit to me one time, and I literally pulled my phone out underneath of the table. We were at a restaurant, and I started the stopwatch, and it was 11 minutes and something before she was done telling me this story about somebody who I'd never heard of before, and very private fucking information, man.
So y'all both can talk, is what you said.
I mean, like a 50-year-old.
Motherfucker, you know what? I
Y'all
never liked
both
you.
can talk.
Son of a bitch.
Y'all both can ramble. Y'all both got the gift of gab.
There you go.
I wonder that come from having a preacher father or something.
Maybe. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That gift of gab.
Oh, well.
What about the younger sister? Can she ramble too?
We don't talk nearly as frequently.
Okay.
We may talk once a year, and then it's usually pretty cursory. You know, there's no beef that I'm aware of. You know, I don't have any beef with her, and I don't think she's got any with me. You know, but we live. I don't think we're all that different from one another. Maybe, you know, she lives up in the D.C. area, and she's had a government job for a long time. She thinks Ouchie Fauci hung the moon. She works in his.
She thinks very highly of Ouchie Fauci.
Yeah. She thinks he did everything right, and that he made, you know, great sacrifices for the country, and you know, he took a lot of personal heat for the decisions that he made. It was very brave, and you know, she believes in, you know, she's firmly in that camp. You know, trans women are women. But she's not crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
older sister's very conservative. Younger sister's very, I guess, liberal.
Yeah,
like they
she's
sound
pretty
like
close
they're
to
too
woke.
on
I wouldn't call her woke, but she's probably right. She's woke adjacent. I would say, you know, but
sound like two extremes.
It does sound like two extremes, yeah. And I'm somewhere off in left field.
And you somewhere just
smoking a joint.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't. I don't know. We didn't make it a point to stay in touch, I guess, over the years. And you know,
it's hard to though.
I'm not exactly I can be a bit prickly. I can be hard to get along with. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I realize that about myself. You know, I don't. You know, we talked last week about conversations and what's the point of it. You know, my intention is always to exchange information. At least that's what I think. And I think a lot of people just have conversations to, you know, affirm their friendship or whatever. And I'm just not good at that. If you say something I don't understand or maybe I don't think is right, I'm going to be like, hey, explain that to me. And I'm not trying to insult you. I'm not trying to say you're dumb. Maybe you know something I don't know. Why is it that you think this and such? Because maybe what I think is not right. I was having a conversation with this, bro, she was a bull dyke, man. What you going to say? She was a bull dyke. She probably called herself a bull dyke. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no, you know, she had spikes in her hair. And she could probably whoop my ass.
Was she a pretty bull dyker?
No, not at all. Not at all.
There's some pretty bull dykers out there.
She was blocky and, you know, stout, whatever. Yeah.
She was a bull dyker.
She'd be a handful. Like
she couldn't.
I could take her, but it'd be.
She couldn't transition to a girl real easily.
No,
you know,
no,
some
no,
of them can jump back and forth.
No,
You'd be like, man, she's a pretty girl.
No, she was a straight bull dyke.
Yeah.
But we were talking about child molesters, and I said that I thought that more
chomos,
gay men were chomos than straight men. And that's probably a really stupid thing to think.
I think that's a stereotype, but we talk about stereotypes got a lot of truth to them.
Maybe, but I don't think that's true. There's a lot of pervs out there, you know, stepfathers and, you know, the foster care system. And then, you know, I don't know, man. Who knows? Who knows whether it's true or not? But I had absolutely no. The point was, I said I thought
that's along the lines of saying like a lot of gay guys got AIDS.
That one's probably true. You can probably find evidence of that.
I'm just saying, but it's a stereo. I don't know that for sure, but it's one of those stereotypes that you automatically assume when you talk about gay guys.
True that.
You talk about.
But there's a lot of, I mean, every day you hear about some dude arrested for messing around with little girls. You know, you see it on Facebook or on the news or whatever. You see it all the time. You know, I don't think that. The point being, I made that.
Files.
The Epstein files. There you go.
We still don't got.
There you go. You know.
Did they start a war just to cover up the Epstein files? I don't know. We can go down a rabbit hole. Sorry, finish telling your story, Shane.
You know, I'm
just throwing shit out there.
I heard a conspiracy theory that Trump arranged that dude to shoot him and almost hit him to take attention away from before he got elected, to take attention away from the Epstein files. I heard that conspiracy
Trump's
theory.
the greatest content creator out there.
Oh, by far. by far. Probably in the history.
Trump's the greatest content creator.
Say what you want to, but there's nobody.
How the fuck you not blow that motherfucker head off at that range?
Dude, he just turned his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the odds that if he hadn't turned his head at that moment, it would have got him? A little low, but it still would have got him. Yeah.
Even they talk about the last incident that just happened.
Oh, at the
it's staged.
White House Correspondents'?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think any of it's staged. Here's the thing. Making that shot where the guy caught his ear or whatever, making that shot should not have been that tough.
For anybody.
Correct. I think it was just dumb luck that Trump happened to turn his head at that time. But taking that shot and grazing his ear and not killing him would be one hell of a miracle shot. That's like that ain't a JFK shot, but I mean, that would be, okay, shoot from 100 yards away and graze my neck, but don't kill me. No.
Don't kill me.
Correct. Yeah, there's no, you know what I'm saying? No, you're not going to convince me that could have been, that dude couldn't have pulled that off. There's probably a handful of people that could pull off that shot.
Not a 19-year-old.
I don't think so.
Wherever the fuck he was. He was
I don't think
young
so.
Guy.
And wasn't he shooting iron sights?
No, I thought he had a scope. I thought he had a...
Did he?
I thought he was scoped.
I mean, it was what, 100 yards? Yeah. It wasn't that far.
At most, 100 yards.
Yeah, I'll take a 100 shot.
75.
Yeah. I'll take a 100-yard shot with iron sights.
Yeah.
But I'm going to aim center mass. Of course, maybe he was aiming center mass and he really, maybe he really sucked. I don't know. But if you give me an AR at 100 yards, I'm going to hit you in the chest at, if it's mine,
10 out of 10, I can hit center mass. I can definitely hit center mass.
If it's my AR, 10 out of 10. If I got to do yours, I might miss the first one, but I'll get the other 9. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, at 100 yards, yeah, I don't need a scope. Center mass.
It's amazing the accuracy you get with rifles. Like when you go to the range and I shoot my AR compared to just shooting my little pocket pistol.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
That motherfucker's all over the board. When at 10 yards, it's hard to hit bullseye at 10 yards with a gun with a pistol. 100%. It's hard,
especially if you're talking about a small.
My AR, I can shoot 50 yards.
Oh yeah, punch it right out.
Punch it right out. It's amazing the difference it makes. But center mass at 10 yards, I can hit you.
Oh yeah,
without even aiming.
Yeah,
just pointing and shooting.
Correct. Yeah. I'm gonna hit center mass.
I'm hitting you center mass. Yeah, I'm not aiming for your head.
That first one's gonna knock your ass down at minimum.
Correct.
You're gonna be, the second one is,
Yeah, 10 yards. I'm hitting your ass.
Second one's going up your ass
without aiming. I'm
Correct.
hitting you. Just point and shoot
at 10 yards. I got you. I feel that. Yeah, I feel that way too.
AR, I'm picking your ass off at 50, 100, 150. I can reach out and touch you.
I got a little pocket 380. I got you at 10 yards.
All day.
I might
10
squeeze
yards?
2. It's a tiny little piece.
You got him at 10 yards.
I got him at 10 yards.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable with my 9. That little 380 is more of a belly. It's more of a belly gun. Mm-hmm. It's like having a snub-nosed 38.
I love my little fucking snub-nosed 38 special.
Yours not a snub, is it? It's got like a 3-inch barrel, doesn't it?
No, it's snub.
Is it? Okay.
Motherfucker snub, Shay.
Yeah. That's about the same as a 380, but you ain't got brass going everywhere.
I'm hitting your ass.
Yep. And you taking your brass home with you.
And I'm taking my brass home with me.
I'm gonna have to pick mine up. Yep.
Yeah, I love that little thing.
I've been thinking about getting me a revolver, but
oh man, I love it. You can pick one up for $300.
I know.
Brand new.
I know, but then I start looking at like 357s with 6-inch barrels and what have you. And it's like, nope, that ain't even,
that ain't even what I came for.
Nope. I might get one of those little.
I carry that motherfucker everywhere I go.
Like a Judge revolver, that shoots 410s or 45s.
It shoots shotgun shells, don't it?
Yeah, a 410 shotgun
like,
or a
44 Magnum.
It's a 45 something. I don't know. 45 Colt.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Those are a little big though. Motherfucker's a little big, Shane.
Depends on what you're,
the like barrel,
if you had a jacket
that big on that mower. Yeah, the mower.
Yeah, it's got the one. I was looking at one on Larry's sale. It was like a 3-inch barrel. I think.
A 3-inch barrel.
Yeah, you need but like huge. In the wintertime, if you got a coat on or something, it's good for that. Yeah. And that's the reason why I like that little 380 automatic, because I can carry that some bitch anywhere.
Anywhere.
I can put that in the pocket of my swim trunks, going to the beach if I want to.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
I love them. I love my revolver.
But that little Judge, a 410 shell in a pistol, that would be, And here's the thing. 410 buckshot has 3 balls. And they're like a little bit bigger than a quarter, like 5/8 of an inch in diameter or something. 3 little balls. So You can load. You got 5 rounds
get hit
in the
with that
chamber.
motherfucker?
That's gonna fuck you up. But the
Oh,
first couple,
my goodness.
the first one put in like a number 9 bird shot out of a pistol. That is not gonna kill you unless it's right up on.
It'll pepper your ass. You gonna know you've been hit.
You'll know you've been hit, and you
gonna
better
like,
think twice.
Don't hit me again.
Right, and you might hit him again.
Oh, don't hit me again with that motherfucker.
By the third one, if you hadn't learned your lesson, you hit that little 3 ball. That does it. And if that don't do it, by the 5th one, you need to have that 45 Colt in there. Matter of fact, the last 2 probably need to be that 45 Colt. You gave them a shot with that little buckshot. You just blew their leg off.
I hope I never have to shoot nobody.
Oh, me too, man.
But I will.
It's fun to joke about, but yeah.
It is, but I will. If it came down to, I think I would definitely shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah, I feel very confident that I would too, but
especially
I
if
hope
like
I don't ever
my
have
family in danger.
Correct.
You more like if it's just me, you more likely to get a pass. Like motherfucker, just get out my face. Go on about your business.
And I'm not going to shoot. You
don't want to die, and I don't want to kill you.
Correct.
You get what I'm,
but if the push comes to shove,
and my family's involved too, and they're in danger.
But you got to push me hard. Remember, I told that story about that kid at the.
I think you had to push me hard.
Yeah,
too.
you got to go yeah. You have to
hard
do more
as in,
than just
I really
pull your
think
shit out.
my life in danger.
Correct. I have to really believe
danger.
that you
not,
might kill me.
You just you somewhat of a threat.
Correct.
I
feel the same way.
But are you under the mindset like if you pull it, you got to use it, or it's like would you pull it and be like, dude?
Oh no! If I pull
get the fuck out of here.
If I pull it, I ain't. No. I say
most people say if I'm pulling, I'm using it.
So I guess that depends. Like that incident that I had at the camp that time.
You didn't pull it. You never pulled yours.
I pulled it, but I never showed it to him. He never knew that I pulled it. Yeah.
Okay. You just had it. You had it ready.
I had it ready in case because he pulled his pistol out of the pocket in the seat in front of him, and then he had it on his lap with the barrel pointing the driver. By the way, which that was real smart. But that's what he did. It would have shot that driver through the seat and killed her. DeMoss. His name was Mr. DeMoss is what it was.
DeMoss.
So when I saw him pull his gun out and when I stepped back so I was kind of behind him like cop style, I pulled mine out at that time. But
like he would have had to turn around to try to hit
I would have had time to get my all I would have
by the time he would have did this, he would have been
correct. Yeah.
Fucking brains.
But I think probably I could have I don't think I would have had to shoot him even then. I think I probably could have backed around my van quick. You know what I'm saying?
Even if he let off a couple.
It would have been he would almost had to shot over his shoulder to be quick enough for me not to be able to move, and that's a pretty tough.
That's a tough ass shot.
Yeah, I probably still wouldn't have. But now, if he'd have got out, game over. If he'd have gotten out of the car with that pistol, I would have killed him right there in the parking lot. I'm glad he didn't get out.
I'm glad he didn't get out either.
But the point just being that even, in a situation like that where somebody's got their gun out and I pulled mine, I didn't feel like I had to use it.
But I feel like I had the higher ground.
I feel like I needed to be able to use it in case, Yeah, the only real scenario I think then that would have made me just start shooting was if he'd have gotten out. If he'd have gotten out if he'd have opened the door.
With you having the higher ground, the proverbial higher ground, because you're behind him, facing him.
Correct.
He's still.
Correct. I had time.
Turned all the way around. He would have had to get out and come around.
Right. But if he'd have come around.
Oh, man.
Been done deal.
You would have been dead, dude.
And he would have been dead before he knew.
Fucking, you would have.
Yeah.
Preacher man would have been talking about how good of a kid you were.
Yeah.
No, you was a fucking dirtbag.
And he had no idea the amount of danger. He thought he had the upper hand.
Yeah, he didn't know that.
He really thought he had the upper hand.
What a motherfucker got. He did.
I think he thought I was afraid, and I was not afraid. I was afraid I was going to kill his ass.
I was going to kill you.
That was what I was afraid of.
Yeah, I'm afraid about to kill your little ass.
Yeah, that was what I was afraid of.
What do you look? 19 at most?
Probably,
20?
Yeah. Probably everybody in the car was. It was 2 females and 1 male. Yeah. And he was probably 19 or 20. And his whole thing. As soon as he started with the racial shit, was when I'm like, all right, you can't talk to this person. I'm not even going to engage this. I'm not going to get my little feelings hurt or whatever. And that was when he was still out of his car then. And he starts with the.
But he didn't pull the gun till he got in the car.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
What I did was he'd opened his door into my van.
Oh.
And I came around the front of my van, going to go get something out of my van, and saw him with his door against my van, and says something to him about it, and he explodes. You white cracker motherfucker, slave owner, whatever it was. I don't know what all he said. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about that. It's a kid, anyways. You can mouth off however you want to. And so that was the point where I realized I'm not going to be able to, there's no talking to this person. So I just leaned against my van right there where he couldn't put his door on my van, where he couldn't open it that far because it would hit me, not my van. And I said, all right, I'm just going to stay here and make sure you don't hit my van again, and cross my arms over my chest. And then he gets in his car, closes the door. The two girls get in.
Hold on. Your passenger side of your van, their driver's side of their car.
Correct. And
he's on the passenger side. He's on the passenger side. But the door is just open over here?
No, he's on the driver's side. Both vehicles are facing the same direction.
Right. So y'all face to face then. Y'all on the same side of y'all in between the cars together.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in between the cars
like this
together.
distance from one another.
If that. Probably closer than that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I came around the van to get something out of my van to realize that this is what was going on. So I didn't get in his face. I was aggressive with my words, but I didn't walk up and get in the kid's face or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then when he starts with the racial shit, I just said, all right, I'm just going to stand right here.
He's being racist as he's walking around to the other side of his car. He's still on the driver's side. He gets in on the driver's side.
Correct. He gets in from that side.
But in the back seat.
In the back seat. Right.
Okay. That's when you step back to the back of the car? Back of the van?
When I'm leaning against my van so he can't open his door into my van, as he gets in and sits down in the seat behind the driver.
We're
right there on each other.
Right there on each other.
Right there. Okay. We're not as close as you and I are sitting. No, we're closer than you and I are sitting.
Correct. Yeah.
And then that's when I see him reach up into the pouch, and I see it's a gun as he pulls it out. And all I had to do was like a little sidestep, a little jink and jive to the back, just get behind that pillar right there. Yeah. And he's got the window cracked like 2 or 3 inches, enough where I couldn't reach in there if I was trying to. Mm-hmm. And he's still with the, I'll pop a cap in your ass, you white motherfucker, this and that. And I'm like, at this point, I've already prepared.
I think you would have been justified in shooting his ass when he even brandished the weapon.
Be nice to have a video of exactly what happened, though, because if it's me versus the 3 of them, let's say I kill him, but these 2 girls, and they say, no, he didn't pull a gun,
They still gonna find the gun in his hand after you done bust his ass.
Unless she hauls ass with his dead ass in the back, or he's shot and you know what I'm saying?
Toss the motherfucker.
Yeah. There's a million different things that can happen. And now it's my word against 2, and it could be, who knows?
Fuck it.
By that time, of course, I would have already called the cops.
Were they black?
But they were.
Yeah, your word got more weight. You
not against 2 of them.
You would have been all right.
Not in this world.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have.
That's easy to say.
Yeah.
That's easy to say.
Yeah.
Would I look like George Zimmerman?
You would have definitely been George Zimmerman.
I think I would have been justified.
You would have definitely been justified.
But if I'd have popped him while he sat in the car like that, that would have been hard to defend. But if he'd have gotten out,
just pulled a pistol on me.
True. But if he'd have gotten out of the car. And I let him go. I think I'd be fine. And if he'd have gotten out of the car, chances are that gun would have fallen on the ground right there. And them girls ain't gonna come around there to pick up that gun while I'm standing there.
You better not touch that gun.
Yeah.
Let's get the police here ASAP.
Matter of fact, don't touch him either. Let that motherfucker bleed out.
Let that motherfucker bleed. Don't stick a finger in him or nothing.
That's a Darwin Award right there.
Don't finger him or nothing. Yep. Let that motherfucker bleed.
Let it go. Don't put a tampon in that blood wound. Just let it go. Yep.
And they gonna be singing his praises at his funeral.
Let him sing his praises and whatever. That's better than paying for his jail time. And he was a thug. But here's the thing. He was also 19 years old.
Your kid's a thug. A thug.
Somebody taught him that racial shit.
I bet he's locked up now.
Probably. Sure. Yeah. With that kind of attitude,
if he ain't dead, I bet it's better he get
yeah.
locked up. If he just pulling out there
just over a random
something like that, brandishing pistols.
Yeah.
Oh, if he ain't locked up, he's dead.
But the thing I think about it is at 19 years old, somebody taught him that racial shit. That's not what he was born believing in his heart, that all white men are the cause of of every problem that he has. He wasn't born with that in his heart. He was taught that.
Well, all racism's taught.
Of course.
Because you look at kids play, they don't look at color.
Correct. Yeah.
And I said, I'm not going over there and play with Enzo's not going over there to play with Malin because he's white.
They don't give a fuck.
Malin's not going to play with Enzo because he's black.
They play or they don't play. They don't even notice it. I mean, I guess they notice, but
they don't even put that distinction.
Correct.
On it.
That's taught.
It's taught.
That's taught.
Yeah.
The KKK guys don't. They're not born with that hate in their heart. They get it quick, but and so when I look at a 19-year-old that's acting like that, that would be different than a 50-year-old. You've had time to know better. Mm-hmm.
And you still choose
racism, then
come on, dude.
Now you got to grow up.
Like you ain't never worked alongside some black guys.
Correct. Or vice versa.
Like you ain't never worked alongside some white guys.
I can't stand that goddamn music. That sounds like a jungle beat just bouncing.
Usually they be like, oh, with the
and the same thing back and forth.
What's the word with the with the white guys, they be like, "Oh, he's a good one. He's one of the good ones."
He's one of the good ones.
You know, when you one of the good ones, you in. He's one of the good ones.
You know, he's black, but he's really nice.
He's one of the good ones.
He's really nice.
You want to be one of the good ones.
You know,
Shay.
this new family moved into us last week. They moved right into the neighborhood, and I tell you, we didn't know what to think at first because, you know, they were.
But he keep his yard clean.
But, you know, he cuts the grass, and he says hello when we come by, and we don't hear that god-awful music late at night. And they might not even be doing drugs, so I don't know.
They got to be doing something, though.
But I tell you now, ever since they moved into the
I don't know how
neighborhood,
he afford that home.
We did
The
put-
motherfucker don't got a job.
we did put new deadbolts on our house now. I mean, you know, I'm not. You have to be practical about these things.
My neighbors think I'm selling dope, Shay.
Your neighbors think you're selling dope.
My neighbors think I'm selling
If you were
dope.
selling dope, I would already know about it by now because, quite frankly, it wouldn't unless it was shit. I'd already be knowing.
My neighbors think I'm selling dope.
You got too many people coming and going.
What that motherfucker do over there all day?
One of my neighbors, who was mooching off his girlfriend's mama, by the way, they don't live there
Must
now.
be
But
nice. Hope he.
yeah, right. Must be nice, and that's
Must
kind of
be
funny that you
nice,
say
fuck.
that because he said something to my wife one time, trying to be a smartass. He's like, "Yeah, I hope someday I can grow up and go out in the morning and smoke a joint on the deck first thing every day, like your husband, like that." And she said, "Well, if you work hard and be smart about it, maybe you'll get to that point." I said, "You go, babe."
But he ain't paying no bills.
No, he wasn't paying.
What
no
would you
bills.
give up to have to not pay, live for free?
Nothing. No, I don't. No, fuck that. I don't want to live for free. Because if you're living for
But
free,
you don't know how valuable that is. Like, say you could still
you
make
own
all your
somebody's
money.
dime.
You own
You're on
somebody's dime, but
dime.
shit.
Nope.
I live for free.
Nope.
No, I
It
wouldn't.
ain't free.
Free.
It ain't free. That ain't free.
I
Fuck
can live
that.
with my mom.
No, fuck
I don't gotta
that.
pay no bills.
That ain't free.
Take out the trash.
No, that ain't
I
free.
just gotta take out the trash.
Ain't
Hey,
nothing
wash
free
some
about
dish.
that.
Wash some dishes.
It's very important
Being
to me.
home by midnight.
Fuck that. It's no. I want to pay my own way. I always want to pay
I agree
my own
with
way
you.
every time on
But
everything.
you don't realize how valuable that is. Though.
That's not valuable.
Shit.
You're not free. That destroys your mind.
Shit.
You're mooching off of somebody. You're never free when you're mooching off of somebody. When your existence, your housing, your food, anything that's essential for you to live is provided to you by somebody else, you are that.
If
that's
they can feed you, they can starve you,
that's the
Shay.
definition of a slave.
If they can feed you, they can starve you.
Yep. I don't want to be on nobody's dime. I'd rather live in the worst shack, crapping in an outhouse.
It's my shack.
It's my shack. Damn straight. Yep. May not have much.
I feel you. I would never move back home. I never had to move back home.
Well, of course, my particular
never planned on moving back home.
my particular circumstances preclude that, anyways. Mm-hmm. And now my sister and her husband and my mother and my father
I
all
always
live in
had
the
the
same
option
place.
though to if I needed it to.
Oh
But
no,
I never.
I do. No, I would not have.
We
that.
always made a way. Oh shit! I
I
gotta
would
sell.
not
I
have
gotta
that
sell the motorcycle. I gotta sell the AR. I gotta do this.
Something.
I would do whatever I do.
That's why you
to
buy
prevent
things. That's why you buy things like motorcycles and ARs that you don't really need because
You
in hard
don't really
times you
need.
know you can turn them over.
I could turn that motherfucker over.
It's an insurance
I might
policy.
get pennies on the dollar,
Preclude.
But you'll get
especially
something.
the AR. But the fucking motorcycle.
Preclude.
Oh, I did okay on my AR.
I
wouldn't
did
wanna
okay
sell
on
it
the
to a pawn shop.
motorcycles.
But if I had to sell, I've only got one AR. I'm not a big. I don't care for ARs much.
Only
but
I got one too. You only need one.
Yeah,
That
you do. But
motherfucker
I mean,
whatever I need to do.
I know people that have several that are never even been out of the box.
I mean, what you gonna do with
I mean, if
four ARs?
if you need some cash and you got four
Oh,
good
well, yeah,
ARs,
yeah.
you can always, you know what I'm saying?
You can turn
It's
the
like,
motherfuckers over
it's like
quick.
buying silver and putting it in a safe or something. It ain't about, going out and shooting the rifles. It's about, can you turn it over?
Shit, the
you found
value
it on
gonna
a
be in the
sale.
ammunition.
Correct. Correct.
What's a bullet gonna be worth? Well, you can have that gun all you want, or you
remember
just
when
beat
you
a motherfucker to death with it.
I remember when you could buy a box of 50 22 shells standard velocity for 99 cents at the convenience store. Yep. Bro, we've been talking like 4 days.
You've been talking
Preclude.
4 days.
Damn, man, what are you trying to say?
You carried the show tonight.
I've been cooped up in my van, man, and
Yeah,
I've been in a colorful.
You carried the motherfucking show tonight.
That Centennial Park is a colorful place, man. You see,
It is. It's a beautiful place.
It's beautiful. I like going there. I like going there again. Mm-hmm. I like the characters that I meet. Shout out old singing dude. I don't even remember his name now. We sang Conway Twitty and
Honey Bun 1969
1965, 1969 on
69
YouTube.
on
Yep.
YouTube.
Honey Bun
Honey Bun
1969 on YouTube.
Shout out Honey Bun.
Yup. I don't know if I even caught the
I ain't
dude's
calling
name.
no
He walked right
grown-ass
up and
man
said, I
Honey-
love country
Honey
music.
Bun.
I said, all right, here we go. Giddy up. We're doing this now. You walked up and said that shit. We're going to go.
Mm.
You know, I bet a lot of people would have been just like, oh, that's nice. No, we're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Q, man. Words of wisdom.
You carried the show tonight, Shane.
Well, ended out the right way.
Shout out Shane the Brain.
Thanks, man.
Shout out Shane the
I
Brain.
have a sip of my Perrier water over here while you.
I don't really got no wisdom, Shane.
You say that sometimes, and then you drop some bars. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I ain't got no wisdom.
Bullshit,
but let me read you this poem I've been thinking about.
You want to listen to whatever I got to say?
Shit, man.
I know Kevin kind of touched on it earlier today, talking about time, and I pretty much got a day out to myself yesterday. My daughter stayed home from school because she wasn't feeling good. So
well deserved.
Yeah. She wasn't feeling good. Stayed home with a little stomach ache. So I left the boys at home with her because Mondays is just me and the boys typically. So I leave the boys with her, and I just went out and about, hit the streets. Stopped at Lowe's, stopped at Home Depot, stopped at Walmart, got me something to eat. You know, just taking my time,
right,
moving through life, and time slowed down. Time slowed down because I slowed down. And I was able to watch everybody else moving through their day, always in a hurry. I go to Walmart, I'm just pushing my buggy along. Motherfuckers come by me like I'm on 565, flying. I said, damn, people moving so fast. Why everybody in such a hurry? And then I had the idea like, shit, that's why time moves so fast, because you're moving fast. If you step back, settle your mind, take your time, plan for the day, you'll have more time in a day. Take that as you will, but that's how I see it now.
You know I have questions.
Go ahead, bro.
Mr. Producer, give me 2 minutes. Look at your thing. Give me 2 minutes, and then give me a something, so I don't wax too philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try not to look. Do you think that you're truly what is time? Are you really slowing down time? Is your time?
No, I mean, it's the clock still at 60 seconds, still 60 seconds.
Is it?
I think so. But my vibration, my frequency slowed down. So it made those 60 seconds feel longer. I mean, if we try to unwrap this thing, you get what I'm saying? Like the motherfucker that's pushing their buggy 1,000,000 miles an hour, their clock is racing. It's like they're always racing the clock. They're trying to keep, they're racing the clock. I'm not racing the clock when I have nowhere to be. Maybe that's the difference.
If you believe,
oh shit, I got to be out of here in 10 minutes.
If you believe current scientific knowledge, it's been proven that time is relative to speed. It's Einstein's theory of relativity.
Okay.
We have sent people into space and been able to measurably see that they have aged differently because they spent a significant amount of time at a high speed. So really high speed. To us, high speed, I mean, we've never approached the speed of light. And we're talking about very small differences because the speed comparative to the speed of light is different. But time and the speed of light, Einstein postulated that they were relative. That's the theory of relativity. And if you believe the current scientific knowledge, we've proven that to be the case. Which means time is fluid.
And relative to speed.
If
you're moving faster, time's going to go faster. Is that what you said?
I think maybe you really did slow down time. Like, for real, I'm not trying to be all ethereal, but if time is time based on the clock or your perception of the clock? Because sometimes you watch that clock and it takes for fucking ever for that
if I'm ready to get off, clock out.
Correct. And it seems like it takes forever. You say that clock didn't slow down, but did it? I don't know.
It slowed down for me yesterday. I took my time because I took my time.
That's the definition of changing time.
I wasn't racing the clock. I wasn't like, shit, I got to be out here in 10 minutes.
I do think our personal timeline changes based on a number of things. I think you really probably did change time.
My
for
time
yourself,
was what I made it.
For sure.
It was what I made it. That was the difference.
And your perception of time was slower than what it would have been if you were...
I wasn't in a hurry.
Working somebody's assembly line.
I guess moral of the story, slow down.
Slow down.
Slow the fuck down.
Slow down and you'll have more time.
And you'll have more time. Slow down and you'll have more time.
Yep.
That's all I got, Shane.
I love it.
Slow the fuck down.
That's our words of wisdom for the night. Slow the fuck
Slow
down.
the fuck down. It's the words of wisdom.
And superimpose a picture of somebody shooting a bird on there with it, just for the, slow the fuck down.
Slow the fuck down.
With a bird out the window.
We always racing the clock.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Rush and rustling, life's no fun. All right, this has been Vendor Chronicles. Peace. It's a hell of a show.